Welcome to the White Knight Theater. Ballman said he wished he could gather all the niggers together and burn them to death or blow them up with bombs. So, can I understand it this way? Whoever was wearing this glove is the murderer. The coordinated performance between Furman and Marcia finally came to an end. Next up is the defense's moment to discredit Furman. But will this really be enough to win? The prosecution has brought in a glove salesman as a witness. How will he deliver another shocking revelation? What do you see on that receipt? Can you read out that signature for everyone? The entire courtroom fell into an unusually quiet atmosphere. Detective Furman, who had been to the first crime scene, had already lost his original composure under the questioning of Attorney F. Lee Bailey. Furman, you mentioned before that you were troubled by some private matters you thought were irrelevant to this case, fearing that some sensitive language might cause the jury to dislike you. Is that right? Yes. Have you ever used the word nigger to describe someone else? No, I don't recall using it in the past 10 years. You mean that even if you did use it, you've forgotten? Mr. Bailey, I find it hard to answer the question the way you put it. All right, let me rephrase the question. Imagine. Suppose you did call an African-American nigger at some point in 1985 or 1986. Is it possible that you've forgotten that instance? No, that's not possible. Detective Furman, you took an oath today before testifying in court. Are you sure you haven't used that word in the past 10 years? Yes, that's my answer. So, any witness who testifies that you've used that word against a black person is lying, a fraud, right? Yes. Anyone who says I use that word is a liar. All of them. No further questions. Your Honor, previously, F. Lee Bailey had raised two key questions about Detective Furman's testimony. First, Furman conducted an independent investigation without informing other detectives and found the first set of evidence. This means that only Furman himself could confirm that the glove was found in the corner of O.J. Simpson's backyard. Second, the glove was discovered 7.5 hours after the crime. Under normal environmental conditions, the blood on the glove should have dried. Yet the glove Furman found was still wet and sticky with blood. After planting these two doubts in the jurors' minds, Bailey suddenly shifted the topic to race, offering a possible explanation. Suppose Detective Furman is a racist who harbors animosity towards black people. Suppose he is the one who framed O.J. Simpson. Do these questions all add up? In Connecticut, Dr. Lee and Sam went to a bar to relax after this important trial. There, they overheard several college students of different races discussing the Simpson case, particularly the possibility that Detective Furman framed him. One young black man fully believed the story told by F. Lee Bailey and was trying to convince his classmates that it was the white cop who planted the glove. To prove that O.J. did it, the entire LAPD conspired. Maybe it started as a mistake in the investigation, but then they covered up one mistake after another by doing something terrible, like framing an innocent black man. Hey, he's a celebrity, so what? He's black, isn't he? So, this snowball kept rolling, and the malice of racism eventually turned into a dragon that swallowed O.J. whole. Compared to the excitement of the defense attorneys, Dr. Lee's mood was particularly somber, which piqued Sam's curiosity. Mr. Bailey's questioning of Detective Furman today was quite forceful. Dr. Lee, what's your take on this? I'm increasingly feeling that the defense is going off track. What do you mean? They're insisting that Furman framed him. However, for Furman to do that, he would have to know O.J.'s whereabouts that night, knowing that O.J. had no alibi. Otherwise, Furman's reckless actions wouldn't just fail to get him promoted. They'd cost him his job. But Furman couldn't have known O.J.'s whereabouts that night. Ah, I see what you mean. But now both sides are sticking to their stories, each with their own logic, creating a stalemate. Dr. Lee, what do you think the prosecution will do next? If the prosecution is in a hurry and wants to use the glove as evidence to convict O.J., they might do something. Have O.J. try on the glove in court. It's a desperate move. Although we are the forensic experts hired by the defense on this matter, I hope the prosecutors don't make this decision. Indeed, having O.J. try on the glove in court is a risky move. If it fits, O.J. is very likely to be convicted. But if it doesn't, on June 15th, 1995, During a hearing, the prosecution submitted the glove found at the crime scene as evidence against Simpson. The prosecution also confirmed the connection between O.J. Simpson and the gloves.